Now, have you guys heard of the show Are You the One? It's a dating show where 22 single men and women from around the globe go through an extensive matchmaking process to find their perfect match. Host Kamie Crawford is joining us now to tell us all about it. Thanks so much for being with us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
So, for anyone not familiar with the show, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, well, it's one of my favorite shows. I can tell you that right off the bat. Are You the One is back for season 9. This is my first time as the host, so I'm really excited. But basically, we have 22 singles from around the globe that are put into a house in the middle of Gran Canaria, Spain. And everyone in the house has a perfect match, but it's their responsibility to figure out who that is. So they do a series of challenges, they go out on dates, and really the goal is that they date around, date outside of their usual type, because everyone in the house has a perfect match. We have these matchmakers who have put together a list of 11 perfect matches. And if the cast is able to figure out who their perfect match is, every single match, all 11 matches, then they win true love and they win $1 million. But from week to week, if they mess up and they don't find any matches, then they lose $250,000 every single time. And nobody wants to lose $250,000.
So, what would you say then has been the singles' biggest learning experience?
I think a part of having it being the first global season, they're able to really see outside of their normal box or dating pool and get to know people from all over the world. So I think it really takes them not just out of their own personal bubbles, but it allows them to get to know other people and see how other people live and date and interact. And I think one of the biggest takeaways for them is to just step outside the box a little bit.
So, then what exactly does the matchmaking process entail?
Well, I'm not in the room and I don't know who the matches are. I'm playing along with everyone else. But from what I do know, these are renowned expert matchmakers and this is what they do. They find people, they put them together and, look at more than just surface level things. So, if you come in the room and you're like, I only like tall, brown hair, brown eyes, they're going to be like, okay, well, that's on the surface. And your true match, your true love could be somebody with blonde hair and blue eyes, who knows? So they look at more than just skin deep traits, and they look into how you were raised, what your goals are, your career, different things like that that can make people a better match than maybe people that they used to go for in the past.
So, how did you enjoy hosting a dating show like this? We've seen you on other shows, but how did this compare to the other projects you've been a part of?
I loved it. It was amazing. I've been co-hosting Catfish with Neve since 2018, and that's absolutely awesome. And I was able to take, some of that compassion, some of that understanding to Are You the One? But I also host a relationship advice podcast, and it felt like a live podcast every day. It was so fun, and they trusted me, and that was a big honor for me, that MTV and Paramount trusted me to host the show and that the cast trusted me with their stories and to advise them. And I think it's going to be a really amazing season.
All right. So, tell me, what kind of drama can we expect to see as the season goes on?
Definitely drama. Definitely drama. These kids, Lord have mercy. I say kids as if not, some of them are my same age, if not older than me, but they're like my kids. Definitely there's going to be drama. There's going to be some fights, but there's also going to be a lot of real love happening. And as a fan of the show, one of the biggest heartbreaks that I experienced as a viewer was, being so attached to certain couples and thinking that people were a perfect match. And then they end up not being that. And it's heartbreaking to watch. So, we'll have some moments like that. And, just all I can say is just trust the process.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right, you guys. Well, that's going to do it for another episode of Lifestyle Today. We'll be back in March for the start of season 5 with all new episodes, including all of your favorites, celebrity interviews, fun games, expert tips, and all the best product picks. Be sure to head to our site, lifestyletodayShow.com, for all the new updates, including our new cities to view us in and where you can find us in your area. We'll see you soon.
The proceeding was sponsored by Lifestyle Today Show.